Welcome to the Military News Channel. It has been more than 3 weeks since Russia began to invade Ukraine since February 24. Kremlin troops continue to pound Ukrainian defenses, while Ukrainian troops from the military to militia continue to provide fierce resistance. Russia is now also starting to bombard the Lviv region, a Ukrainian city that borders directly with Poland, which incidentally is a member of the NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Even so, Ukraine does not want to admit defeat. The resistance continues. So what are the conditions that make Ukraine able to survive after 3 weeks of being attacked by Vladimir Putin's troops? The Ukrainian city war guerrilla strategy. Ukraine persisted even though Russia continued to carry out offensive attacks. Moscow troops did not hesitate to attack maternity hospitals, apartments, and other civilian facilities. Even though at the beginning of the invasion, the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed it only targeted military installations. On the other hand, the urban wars that occurred in several parts of Ukraine made the Kyiv stronghold still have an advantage. Given that they controlled the battlefield, Ukrainian troops knew exactly where to find safe shelter if Russian airstrikes bombed their city. In addition to defending Ukraine against Russia by targeting Putin's reliable soldiers, Ukraine also claims to have killed 4 Russian generals in battles in a number of areas. Someone in President Zelensky's inner circle said Ukraine has a military intelligence team instructed to target the Russian officer class. They are looking for famous generals, pilots, artillery commanders. They have all the details, names, numbers of their soldiers. The source said that the special group used all the methods at their disposal to find Russian servicemen, typically using unencrypted radio equipment, with transmissions that can be intercepted or pinpointed on a map. Training, drones, and anti-tank weapons provided by NATO countries have also helped Ukraine distract Russia, placing senior Russian officers at a dangerous point in the battlefield. Effectiveness of arms aid from the US and the West. Ukraine also received supplies of military weapons assistance from other European countries such as the United States, US, to Germany. Most recently, US President Joe Biden sent weapons assistance worth $800 million or around Rp. 11.4 trillion to Ukraine. However, US officials did not provide details on what the latest aid will be to Ukraine. He only said that his country was the biggest donor to the former Soviet Union. This assistance is not the first time from the US. Previously, Biden has also authorized additional military equipment assistance worth $200 million or around Rp. 2.8 trillion. On February 26, the US also approved aid to Ukraine worth $350 million or around Rp. 5 trillion. The US is also noted to have provided more than 600 Stinger missiles, 2,600 Javelin anti-tank systems, radar systems, helicopters, grenade launchers, weapons, ammunition and other equipment in 2021.